So I'm going to do a quick update, you guys, with the light, the McMull light, you can see there. Seems to be doing a fantastic job so far. It's really making the plants grow really nice. So if you guys are looking for a light that will grow low, medium to high plants, I do believe this light is going to serve your purpose. Now, this light, I've only been running it at 40%. These guys are hungry. And it seems to be doing a pretty good job. I had to cut back on the blackberry algae. And as you can see, starting to come along. Still some on the plants, on the edges. What are you guys doing? They're waiting for me to feed them. So as you can see, starting to cut back on the algae. Still some down below on the stems and stuff, but it's coming. I started out injecting the CO2 slowly, about 1 bubble per second for the 75 gallon. I will be turning it up a little bit more. Just trying to get the fish, everything used to it. And as I inject more CO2 with a little bit more lighting, it should take that blackberry algae away. I'm starting to get new growth, as you can see on the bottom. No, I know there's not much in this tank right now. I did notice the Nubius when I split it. It sprouted a bunch of new leaves. As you can see, there's one right there. They've actually grown pretty quick. I didn't think Nubius grew that fast, but I find when you split your Nubius up, to cut that rhizome, it grows a lot faster. Now let's take a look at the 30 gallon. Now I've been slowly turning the light up on this tank. And it seems to be doing pretty darn well. Now, I recommend when you're injecting CO2 with a new light that's pretty strong, start it out at like 20%. Don't add no ferts. If you see blackberry algae in your tank, don't add no fertilizers, just root tabs. Inject your CO2 and start out slow. Then slowly increase your light for about a week or so. Also bring up your CO2 and let that go for about a month. Seems like everything's growing pretty fast. I mean, this here's growed. It was only to here. I'd say about a week and a half, it grew that much. It's quite a bit. And this one's grown a lot faster than the rest. These were pretty short too, I should say. I have to go back and look at the videos, but I know that one there is really picked up. I'm gonna shrimp on the. There he is. She's picking away. And I cut this back to, because I had a lot of blackbeard algae on some of these plants and leaves, and I just trimmed them, took it out, and it sprouted out new ones. This one here, same thing. I'm going to split this again. I think I'm going to wait though. I'm going to let this get up nice and bushy, and then I'll split it. I'm trying to split the plants and get them growing really good. Then I'll group them, and then I can transfer them over into the 75 gallon. But right now, like these type of plants right here, the rainbow seems to pick the hell out of them. And that's what happened to this one. And look at this plant. The rainbows destroyed it. And I might have just to clip off a lot of the leaves on it, because I see there's some new growth coming on the center. And I'll probably make it grow more, cut that stem off, clean it up, and it should start growing. It even sprouted out new ones down there, so I might clip it right here and plant this and let this grow out. And the same thing for this one too, starting there, so I'll probably clip it right here, replant, let this grow out. That's what I've done with these ones, and they're growing really good. This one here seems to be growing really slow. Actually, today that's put out quite a bigger, more leaves, so it's growing, just a little slower. But this tank has come a long ways. It was a mess. I don't even know if I showed you a video how bad it was, but you can see with the log that slowed down. Just cutting back. There's the coconut. It's starting to slow down, starting to die away. I have some more new plants, like there's one right there. It's a new plant. I got one, I think that's the same thing back in there. It's kind of hid away. And it's the same thing. I'm not sure what it was. My sister brought that. That one back there is growing good. It's starting to pick up. If you remember in my previous video, this plant right here that was right by the CO2, the plant, the top of the plant was right about here. Look how much that's grown since. That's only been a week or so. So it's starting to pick up. The tank's starting to take over. I'm just hoping I can get rid of a lot of the blackbeard algae. I don't want to put any fertilizers in this tank for a little bit. When I start to notice the plants are starving of nutrients, I'm going to put in the recommended dose for fertilizer. But right now I think there's enough in there to keep everything sustained. I noticed some of the blackbeard algae has come on the moss, and this one here was a lot. I had to trim it out. So the only way I'm going to be able to clean up this blackbeard algae is, just let it grow, feed the CO2, it becomes, cut it out. I mean, that's the only way you can do it. I don't want to keep adding hydrogen peroxide into my tank. I'm going to try to do it as natural as possible. I don't mind some of this moss on the log because it looks pretty good. It looks natural. Same with the coconut. The shrimp now has been in the tank for a couple days, and they're doing pretty good. There's one right there on the log. So yeah, the shrimp are doing good. They're not really into the pellets. The pellets I put in there, and they don't seem to be. They've been in it and roaming around with it, but I don't think they've ate it. There's been so much biofilm in this tank, and there was so much food in this tank and fish waste that they've just been constantly eating, and I don't think they're even interested in eating out of that dish. Now I did add some other stuff that I purchased, bacteria or something like bacteria. I can't remember the heck the name is, so we'll go get it. Let's take a walk over here and look at the other tank. It's growing good. That's the 36-inch. Doing a good job. The only thing I don't like, you gotta clean the top of the glass a lot more. Let's get in here and take a look and see what we have here that I'm feeding them. That's what I've been feeding. So a quarter scoop of that every 3 days or so. Oh yeah, the pellets. I'll show you that too. Where's the pellets? I'm giving them that too, but they don't seem to be too interested in it right now, so there's no sense wasting it. So that tank's doing really good. I mean, looks better than what it did, you guys. And I'm not a professional aquascaper. I don't know much about plants, but like I say, it's a learning process. This is the results. So anyways, the shrimp are doing good. I just wanted to show you guys that. They were showing you a little clip of them swimming around. I've been doing a lot of reading and studying on shrimp, their behavior and what they like and what they don't like. I know I need a lot more moss in here. But time will tell how well the shrimp do. If they start breeding, then I'm doing something right. So thanks for watching, you guys. Oh yeah, and then this is the light that's running this tank. And this is a 29-gallon tank. And this is supposedly 169 watts. And as you can see, this is what I'm running it on. 40% and 1 on blue. Just turned on. When the blues are off, this is what it looks like. It's like a yellowish tint. Now I don't know if I need the blues on, but I think it looks better with the blues off. As you can see, there's the color. Let's turn the blues on. And there's the blues. So, turn it off again. No blue. So what do you guys think? Do I need the blues on? Do I turn the blues off? I'll leave this video at that note, and you guys can leave me a comment, let me know on that. But I'm learning as I go, and slow and steady wins the race. So that's what I've read. Everybody's setups is different, and I have my CO2 that comes on 2 hours before and goes out an hour before light. So I find that helps to cut back on the algae. So my light's running 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my light's running 8 hours now. 2 hours CO2. Well, about an hour and a half, I'll say, because it takes a long time for the CO2 to get to my tanks because it's such a far distance. I got to travel a long ways with my CO2, so I'd say about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. The CO2 is on, running, and then the light comes on at 5, and then it goes out at 1. So I may have to cut that back, the light back to 6 hours if I see any more of this algae. Not if I'm not catching up with my light, if CO2 is not killing back the plants, ain't killing back the blackbeard algae, I'm gonna have to cut back the light and run the CO2 a little lighter in the tank, but keep it going. And actually, no, I'll probably just keep the CO2 going the same way, just cut back my light. It should try to cut back the CO2 or the algae, but it takes a while. So anyways, you guys, thanks for watching.